That night, the Information Security Department of Subversion Corporation was hit by a shocking event. All information servers suspend connections and keep sending information elsewhere. In the middle of a beautiful dream, Hunter was startled awake and rushed to the headquarters of Subversion Corporation. As the director-cum-genius of the company, of course Hunter must be present to solve this unexpected incident. When he got there, he immediately rushed to a computer in the room and started typing in commands. Hunter is also a genius in the programming industry, especially, he also spends a lot of time researching hacking and security. But now Hunter is feeling panic. Despite using all his capital, Hunter still could not prevent the information from being sent. That means on the opposite side, the other hacker has a much higher knowledge than him. Hunter used to despise famous hackers because he trusted his knowledge more than those hackers. If he had to name one person who could compete with him in this field, it would be Dustin. But Hunter does not believe that the hacker who is confronting him is Dustin. Strictly speaking, Hunter doesn't want to believe it's Dustin. In the past, Hunter was on par with Dustin, but now, Hunter does not believe that Dustin can be as good as him. Dustin's university conditions were far better than Hunter's, but both were equally good. And now, Hunter is a true tycoon. He has enough conditions to supplement his knowledge. Based on what, Dustin can be better than him. However, reality is inherently harsh. The person on the other side of the internet line was Dustin. Dustin is always a low-key person, not competing with anyone. Therefore, for a long time, many people have underestimated his ability, including Hunter. Dustin has just been studying abroad for a short time to gain more knowledge and experience. It is worth mentioning here that Dustin returned home not simply because of the end of his study, but because he had nothing left to study there. In a computer room in Dustin's apartment, 4 of Dustin's group are frantically using all their knowledge to attack Subversion Corporation's information server. At first, everything went quite smoothly, but later on, the information transfer process slowed down a bit. Dustin knew that Hunter had begun to intervene, but he did not pay much attention. Only 4 of Dustin's group faced an entire information security department of Subversion Corporation, but they did not appear to be inferior, even far beyond. After a while, the attack ends. Hunter was helpless sitting in front of the computer, watching all the information taken away. Hunter knows the end of Subversion Corporation has come, and now even though he doesn't want to believe it, Hunter also asserts that the opposite side is Dustin. Dustin helped him a lot when he was in university, so Dustin's programming style he knew very well. Why say the end of Subversion Corporation has come? Hunter himself knows well how the company got to the heights it is today. The capital from abroad invest in Subversion Corporation is basically not entirely clean money. When he was still an employee, Hunter was also quite opposed to this development of the company. But later, the competition was so heavy that Hunter lost himself. He is willing to do anything, as long as he stands above all. The next morning, all the newspapers were reporting about Subversion Corporation's unclean money. Not to mention, this corporation also did a lot of dirty work to eliminate many rival companies in the past. Subversion Corporation quickly collapsed, all employees left the company. In the building the company was about to be withdrawn, only Hunter sat there. At this time, Vi suddenly appeared in front of Hunter. She stammered about to say something, but didn't know how to open her mouth. Hunter looked up at Vi with soulless eyes.
No need to say anything more, I know that. Go on. That year, Dustin and I loved you dearly, but I knew you didn't love either of us. You followed Dustin because of his family background. When you heard that I became a rich man, you did not hesitate to abandon him and follow me. At first, I was very happy to be with the person I love, but later I realized that feeling of joy is simply a stupid victory. You can go back to Dustin, but I don't think he will ever accept you again. He took this step only because of his new girlfriend. I'm starting to feel jealous again.
Vi said nothing more, she quietly left. As for Hunter in the empty room, he reminisced about many things in the past. Since when did he become so ill-natured? He relives the times when Dustin enthusiastically helped him without caring about his dissent. Although Dustin has never asked for anything from him, he always feels like a loser, rivaling Dustin. There used to be a beautiful friendship, but he didn't appreciate it, and then he looked back, and there was nothing left in his hand. No. He still has that knowledge in mind. He can start over. This time, he will develop himself as he pleases, he will not let filth get in his way. Sometimes it's good not to be fast. Haste makes waste. Dustin also stepped up step by step, not in a hurry to prove himself like him. As a result, Dustin's success was almost firmly held in his hands. Looking toward the heroic corporation building, Hunter silently thanked Dustin for helping him recognize it all. Hunter packed up all his things and took the flight abroad. He said to himself when he saw Dustin again, it was time for him to face Dustin with confidence cleanly. The four of Dustin's group called up to the grand hall of Heroic Corporation, now crowded. Dustin's father stood on the podium and applauded.
Thank you for your great work in protecting and developing Heroic Corporation. Here, I declare that, from today, Dustin will officially assume the highest authority at Heroic Corporation. Congratulations, you deserve it.
A round of applause and cheers resounded throughout the company building. Dustin stood on the podium.
Thank you all for supporting me. My success today is due to the work of everyone. By the way, I'd also like to share something frankly. The driving force behind this success was my dear girl. I don't have to hide it, and I don't want to hide it. She's a girl in a man's body. She's not here right now, but even if she's in heaven, I'm determined to find her. May everyone accept her in the future.
The hall was quiet for a moment, and everyone listened attentively to every word of the new director. Starting from one corner of the hall, an applause soon developed into a very warm round of applause. There were even cries in the crowd, "Come on, boss, bring back the boss wife." Dustin is ready to take on the negative, but unexpectedly, all the employees in the company give him such a great joy. He said to himself, he had to find Banks. Out of the hall, he saw Tiffany, Baron and Curtis in front of him. Baron said with a smile,
"Are you looking for my sister-in-law? We want to go together."
Dustin smiled without saying anything, signaled everyone go with him.
It's been 2 days since I left Dustin's apartment without saying goodbye. That night, I don't care the bus to go anywhere in a trance. I kept moving, unconsciously. I went to the coffee shop where I first met Dustin. I don't know why I decided to come here. I opened the door and walked into the coffee shop. Dustin didn't take this coffee shop too seriously, so he didn't bother locking the door either. I sat in a corner of the dark room thinking about what had happened. I think about my previous life, about my time with Dustin. I think of the times when Dustin taught me programming knowledge, thought of the embarrassing nights I spent in bed with him. Those memories seem to be only temporary for a year of Dustin's girlfriend contract, but I don't know why it's still in my mind every second. I thought of the sight of Dustin and Tiffany in Tiffany's private room laughing happily, a tear having rolled lightly over my eyes. Why did I weep? I'm a man, I can't have feelings for Dustin. I should have wished my benefactor and the girl who helped me a happy life. It should be, but why does my heart hurt like this? I've been sitting like this for 2 days. Suddenly today, the opening of the door interrupted my thoughts. I lifted my red eyes and looked toward the door. There were Dustin, Tiffany, Baron and Curtis. Have I already dizzy? In my heart, I want to see them, so I imagined them coming for me. Dustin stepped closer to me. Looking at my face, it hurt his heart, he said.
The contract still has at least 2 months. Why did you leave without saying goodbye?
At this point, I was convinced that Dustin in front of me was a real person. I didn't want to affect you and everyone else, so I chose to leave. I replied. Dustin shook his head.
You can talk to me, why did you leave on your own?
I whispered. That night I went home, I heard you and Tiffany laughing in Tiffany's private room, so I should have wished you well. But I don't know why I can't do that. After listening, Dustin suddenly hugged me in the lap. Dustin said,
You're so naive. That day, Tiffany and I were discussing a surprise birthday party for you. Do you not remember your birthday?
I was stunned for a moment. That's right, today is my birthday. I locked myself in my room for too long, didn't celebrate my birthday, so I don't really remember that. I stammered. Then, between you and Tiffany, Baron interrupted me.
My sister-in-law. Saying that makes me sad. Tiffany has been my girlfriend for years.
Tiffany hit Baron hard in the hand, making Baron shout.
Hey, fastidious sister. I will imitate the boss. I will love Curtis.
Curtis expressed his distaste. This noisy team made me fade from my sense of sadness. Dustin at this moment laughed and asked,
Then why do you feel so sad when you misunderstand that Tiffany is my mistress? Can you tell me?
I'm still in Dustin's arms right now, I said loudly. Because I love you, okay? Dustin said.
Good. Looks like this girlfriend contract has to be renewed.
After saying that, Dustin gave me a kiss on the lips. I didn't mean to resist, I closed my eyes and felt the warmth from the Dustin's lips. By now, I can be sure of one thing, I'm a girl and this is the happiest moment of my life. I want to tell everyone one thing, don't crossdressing when playing online games, because maybe, you'll have to crossdressing in real life like me. But in retrospect, that's not exactly a bad thing.